Okay, so we're back again at the dojo, and once again I have a special guest unique by Charles Harriott. If you haven't, be sure to check out the first video. Charles shows a very awesome sweep where he uses elements from breakdancing and capoeira. You can check out the video above here. Today, he's going to show you a different technique. I'm not going to spoil too much. Once again, using the same concepts from different sports elementals, b-boying. See how it goes. Charles is a first-degree black belt, Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt. He also travels the world teaching seminars for globetrotters. He's actually teaching tonight here in the Netherlands, and tomorrow he will be in Germany. Once again, Netherlands, and then the next day in Germany,
yes,
and going to Italy, everywhere across the world. So thank you so much for being here, buddy, and let's get to it.
Happy to be here. Cool. All right. So this used to be one of my favorite techniques. So there's parts of jiu-jitsu that I think are really good for competition and really good for serious situations. Then there's things that I just think are fun to mess with your training partners. Because when you compete in competitions, usually starting standing up, things get really serious, people get really controlled. But when you're in the gym, it's really the only time that you end up starting on your knees sometimes, and you get in these awkward situations. And I think these are just ripe to mess with your training partners. And so this was a move that back when I was like a blue belt, I got so good at that I actually had to stop doing it just because I felt like I was being mean. Like it was just so much fun. And so I'm gonna teach you an easy version and then teach you one that's a little bit more fancy. And so it's a toy in my opinion. This is something that makes jiu-jitsu fun. But then the concept behind this toy you can use to be a serious competitor. So the idea we're going to give is this idea that you can rotate both directions. I know it seems really simple, but usually when we hit our armbar, we roll underneath. And this time we're just going to rotate the other direction and roll on top. So I'm going to show our first basic armbar concept, and then I'm going to show the move, then I'm going to show the advanced move. So 3 steps today. So let's back on up. Center of the room. Cool. So we're right here. Whenever we do an armbar from closed guard, right? Really simple. The one that we all usually learn, right? We reach across the body, we're attacking the cross side arm, and we're moving our head towards that hand. This is at least how I was always taught, right? You control the arm, you put the knee in, we hit this angle, boom, classic armbar stuff. But that was me rotating towards the hand, and I ended up on the bottom. Well, what if I rotated the other direction? So same thing, I'm gonna switch my hands. So last time I was my right arm grabbing, this time it's my left arm grabbing. Last time I ended up on bottom, this time I end up on top. So what if instead I chose to rotate the other way? And I do a slight inversion and I end up with my shin on the back of his head. Show it on the other side so you can see. I'm going this way, like almost like an arm drag situation. I have to switch. As I switch, I'm turning inside. I'm going to bring my shin over his head, just like this. Important detail. Anytime I want to hold on to a limb in transition, I want to be like a cannonball. If I extend, I get my face stuck on the floor and bad things happen. He stacks me, I break my neck, and everyone's sad. Instead, I want to turn, get on my knees. And I often don't finish here. I often like kind of pushing the back of his head with my shin. I force the roll, loop, and we end up right here. Come on back. So why am I focusing on this? I like completing categories. If I can go under, I can go over. So now into context. So that's the concept, right? Over and under. We're going to start off doing it the easy way. So right here, we have a training partner. Maybe maybe I'm a white belt, he's a white belt, or this is generally made for somebody who you're messing with a little bit. You slap. Well, all right, let's do it. You even enter this color top. Like, no, like this is weird, right? We're wrestling on our knees. Your coach says you shouldn't do this, but we're breaking the rules just to mess with our partner. I always want to lean weight into this leg, so this leg is light. My main goal is going to always be to kick his knee. So if he has this knee down, I'm going to bring this foot up. If he switches his knees, then I'm going to switch my knees, and I'm going to be kicking that knee. So we'll do it this way so you can see. I'm going to have this foot. All I want to do is to make sure that I can push this leg out the way so I can armbar. So I hold this arm. This is the arm I'm going to armbar. I come right here. I stick my foot on that knee as I fall. Just like that. And then what do I have? I have this armbar. Show it to you on the other side, because I tend to be just a little faster on this side, and so I'm really big. I'm holding right here. I really want to get him. I lean, and then all the way up. That's how fast it gets. Because a full idea is turn on the other side, so I can do it faster on my good side. Because yeah, this used to be my favorite thing. I want to even push into him. I want Tum to come towards me. And I use this to brace me. He thinks he's going to dump me over, knee tap or something. And I kick, and I slide right up. As I kick the foot, this leg slides right up to collect him. I don't ever want to go past his shoulder. If I bring this too far, like to here, this gets really sloppy, he's going to escape. I'm just coming straight to there, and we've got this armbar. Now mind you, this is not jiu-jitsu. This is not like a whole roll. This is a gotcha, and then your partner's like, you son of a, and they move differently next time. But this is the easy one. Maybe he stacks you and he's a little better. I'll do more time. All I want you to do is to just kind of like be ready. No. I just want you to kind of be ready, maybe stack, maybe a little more annoying this time. We're here, he drives in. Oh no, he caught me. I did it too many times and he caught me. So let's think about, classically, if he's stacking me in this position, go ahead and do something. What are things that I can do? Well, I can invert. I reach this hand by his hips, underneath, hit that leg. I personally, whenever I do this, like to switch my foot to the other side of his head and come out the back side. And from right here, I can extend out, take that armbar. We'll do that on the other side as well, so you can all see. So same idea, and knock it out. We're here. He stops me. He's starting to stack me. I'm going to lose it. I got to keep his tricep. Hands right here. Move the foot. Spin out the back door. I'm a really big fan of staying on my hip. A lot of people go belly down, but I find if I stay on my hip, I can either finish here, or let's pretend that Tum is really disciplined. Grab your thigh for me. Well, then I'm going to take my foot and kick his leg. Don't grab the shin. Grab the head of his toe, the same way we do when we're moving legs for leg locks. I force him to roll. And then I can finish the armbar right here. I hold him still. I can switch to here if I want. So if I realize that I have all that extra work, little blue belt me got diabolical. I'm like, why? Let's just skip the middleman. Why am I bothering to have to do that extra work? Let's just go straight there. Enter the fanciness. So I'm right here. Instead of kicking and falling him to the right, I kick him and I invert myself. Straight, shin on the back of the head. And in one motion, I'm already here. And so I did it kind of slow so you could see, but I'm going to do it a little faster now. And it looks a little fancy, but as long as you're comfortable with this inversion, boop, step 1, step 2, and step 3, it shouldn't be too bad. So I'll do it on both sides, fast, and then we'll move back to it. I'm here, lean, kick, boom, straight to the armbar. On the other side, from here, kick, straight in once again. Fall to the hip. Like I said, this is ideal, but if you grab, no problem. Hold that hip, grab this, force the roll, and you can be here. So how do I practice this, right? Like, Charles, that was really fast. I don't think I can do it. Beautiful thing is, if you have problems inverting, lean your chest forward, flex, and remember it's all about your feet. On the arch of your foot, you roll down. See how I'm opening my ankle? And remember this, your neck should never say no. Anytime you say no and do anything else with your neck, ow, injury, ow, injury. Your neck can say yes, and your neck can tilt, but your neck can never say no. And get good at this idea. This is position 1. You should be comfy here on the side of your face. Position 2, let's slide this way. Position 2 is our stack. If you're flexible, yay. If you're not, this is still okay. And position 3 is the same as position 1 on the other side. So I like to practice these as a drill. And once I've got that comfortable, my Imanari rolls, my inversions, they get better. So, obviously don't practice this with the training partner you plan on doing it to, because then he's gonna know it's coming. It's a secret. You gotta plan it at home, ask your boyfriend, your girlfriend, not your dog, they don't have the right shape, but practice it with someone. I've done it with a chair, whatever you gotta do. So we're here, I do it slowly this time. I put my foot on him, I fall. I would usually, if I want the regular one, come up this way, but I don't. I want to practice fancy one, so I'm going to go to my shoulder. As I go to my shoulder, I bring the shin up. I have to go right cheek. I turn down to my belly, and I shift to the other cheek. Here I am. Nice and slow. All right? And then I do the same thing. Bad, a little better, best. Because if I grab his shin too strong, this is not gonna, bad times. Once I cross the ankle line, he gets weak. Boom, he tries to push, he hurts himself. Pull in that loop, and we're here. The last thing I'm gonna talk about is gonna be how do we deal with people who roll well, right? So, Tum's savvy, he's good at jiu-jitsu. I roll him, he sits up, and I miss the armbar. You have two choices. You can try to win, or you can try to troll your partner a little more. So if you want to win, you change your angle. I'll do that one more time. Slide right here, slide this way because we're going to throw you that way. I don't want to fall out of the rip frame. We're here, I spin through. He's defending himself. Boom. He rolls through. He starts sitting up. I'm going to be in trouble, right? So let's slide from right here to right here. So I personally, in this moment, don't want to try and race him. If I try and race him on this same circle, because he's always going to beat me, he's ahead of the race. So if we put his arm out like this, what we're trying to do right now is revolve around this axis. He's going to win. I have to cheat. Instead of going around this axis, I'm going to take my leg around that axis and beat him there. So instead of going around the horizontal axis, I go around the vertical axis and beat him. So from right here, as he's sitting up, I invert and I win the race. So my leg was behind his head, but I have to beat him. That's how you win jiu-jitsu matches. That's how you're awesome. That was not the decision that I made when I was a brown belt. When I was a brown belt, as a black belt I couldn't beat. Instead, I was like, cool, I'm just going to make you keep rolling over and over again. So I held, I chased him, I went belly down, and then I made him roll again. This is against the wall, but bloop. And I made him sit up, and we roll again and again and again. As long as I keep on being a cannonball, I can make him roll over and over and over again. And it's actually a really good drill. Let's think about where we want to place ourselves so we can do 2 or 3 rolls. Let's start in this corner. Yep. So you can make this a drill. Lay your back for me. Just start laying your back. So your partner's here. Put your shin behind their head. Hug the arm. He sits up. I go to my elbow. I go to a cannonball, and we roll. Bloop. He sits up again. Turn away. And I do it again. And I can keep doing this forever. Until my partner gets tired and annoyed. So you have to decide, do you want to win this match or do you want to annoy your partner? I personally do jiu-jitsu to enjoy myself and to win. But it depends on what day it is. If it's Wednesday and I'm like, you know what, let's have some fun, I'm going to make myself a bet. Can I make my partner roll 10 times? Forget submitting the arm. I want to make him roll. Or I make myself a bet that I want to actually win. But try it out. I love this armbar. I've hit it lots of times. And mind you, this is mostly an in the gym move. Because usually you're not going to be in a tournament on your knees. But have fun with it. Practice your inversions. I hope you enjoyed it. What's
Awesome technique, Charles. Thank you so much. So that's how you make friends.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Really cool what you talk about with the axis and really nice concept I think you have there. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.